Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Sound of Drop Fall into Poison. I didn't realize how long that actually took last time. I thought I was gonna have to add more video footage, but that was actually about the length that I wanted. So anyway, we're gonna get back into it. The last decision that we had the option to make, as I stated last time, was this decision with the orcas, and I think we've done 2 of them already. I'm not sure. I know the hearing is the one that lets you go through, so let's try a sense of pain to see what happens. The orca have begun probing the girl with the tips of their noses. Let's get that out of the way. The girl provides no resistance, her mouth flapping open and closed. This is bad. I have to... Small but sharp teeth peek out from the small opening in the orca's mouth. The tips of its teeth seem to sparkle, and my pulse quickens. There's no time left to test another method. The sensation of pain. I've heard that fish have no sense of pain, but orca are mammals. The same as humans. There's no doubt that they would have the ability to feel pain. Fish don't feel pain? Are you sure about that? I take my eyes off the computer and glance about my surroundings. I search for something that can serve as a weapon. I spot a mop that has fallen over in the corner of the room. Oh yeah, this is going to go over real well. I approach the mop and grab it, deciding that this will be my weapon. If I aim for the eyes, even I can do it. Even I know how powerless I am. But if it's a soft spot like the eyes, I should be able to get them to fall back with this mop. Erg. I'll save you now. I ready myself, then I leap at the orca. I thrust the opposite end of the mop at the orca in front of me. The tip of the wooden mop digs into the orca's right eye. It gives little resistance, only a soft sensation in return. Right away, fresh blood floats upwards. Defying gravity, it acts the same as blood flowing to the surface when you've started bleeding underwater. The orca shakes its large body as if it's moaning in pain. Ah! Splat. As I shout, I pierce the orca's left eye with the mop. Trembling against the squishing sensation, I put all of my strength into it. Even as fear takes over, it isn't as if I can just stand by without taking action. Even after seeing blood spout from its left eye, I continue to stab it. The nerves inside the eye are connected to the brain. With the mop handle being as long as it is, I can reach the orca's brain. Are you sure about this? No, ah! I will kill the orca. Despite the fact that I'm the one doing the attacking, I scream. If I had just seen such a big creature at the aquarium, I would have thought how cute it was. But I have to kill it now. I push the mop into its brain, twisting it as I do so. Looking away, I twist the mop faster and faster. I'm scrambling its brains by my own hands. If I don't resolve myself to this, we will both die. Are you sure? Wow, okay, that was weird. The orca gives no resistance and stops moving. When I pull the mop out, the left eye dangles from the still connected red muscle. Blech. Huff, huff. I did it. Somehow I killed one. Now I just have to do the same to the other 2. I steady my quickening breathing and ready the mop. You're gonna have some real angry fish after all this. I'll save you. When I turn back to the girl, I'm shoved up against the wall. What? Before my eye is a large body. It presses against my abdomen with a strength that contrasts with its cute exterior. The orcas are learning. No, it can no longer be considered cute. Having lost both eyes, the stench of blood rises from those hollow black cavities like steam. My face is dirtied, showered in that fishy-smelling blood. Its left eye, dangling from a red muscle, glares at me. Why? The stench of a rotting corpse is already wafting off the orca's body. Reddish-brown mucus spills from its mouth. Why? Suddenly it feels as if something touches my hand. Something with the same feel as the scrambled brains. The mop is easily broken by the orca's body and floats around me. Urk. Unable to endure it, I cough up air, because you know why not? Why not just get put at the bottom of a red ocean? The air turns to bubbles as I look towards the ceiling. No, there's no longer a ceiling there. This is underwater. If it weren't, blood wouldn't float upwards and the mop wouldn't float about. Instead of air, I breathe in water. It's salty. Seawater. I can no longer breathe. A dull sound resonates, called by the sound two orca follow. As if playing around, the two of them ram me with their bodies, so they're silly orcas. My insides are jumbled. Something bitter wells up in my mouth. I vomit up something reddish-brown. It resembled the guts on an anatomical model. The only difference is how soft this is. The orca bare their fangs as if they finished playing. Little by little my body is diminished. I am becoming a part of the orca. Unable to be properly consumed by the orca I was supposed to kill, my flesh spills out from its eyeballs. What? That's right, the eyes and mouth are connected. There's one more thing I've realized. That I'm probably already dead. That was just a weird one. Earth-shattering. For some strange reason. I feel like out of everything, the bad ends and, you know, the ends and stuff had really bad translations on the titles. Earth-shattering. What do you mean, earth-shattering? What did that have to do with Earth at all? The only vaguest concept I can get to connect them is that you're taken off the Earth and put into an ocean, which might have been a little earth-shattering. But that's about it. Okay, what about its sense of smell? Have I done this one? The orca have been probing the girl with the tips of their noses. The girl provides no resistance, her mouth flapping open and closed. It seems familiar. This is bad. Small but sharp teeth. Yep. There's no time to test another method. Sense of smell. Now I have to calm down. Sharks have a keen reaction to the smell of blood, so it could be the same for orca. No, that shouldn't be it. I've heard that in exchange for the development of their sense of hearing, orcas hardly use their sense of sight or sense of smell. When I take my eyes off the monitor, I spot a mop. Orcas, okay, so we're doing the pain thing again? Yeah. Okay, so that loops to the exact same ending. Gotcha. Tell you the truth, I don't remember what decision I made here. But this was a decision before that. So I must have made this decision and then gone on to the next decision. And I think the ending we took was, or the route we took was move the machines of the computer. And I remember the fire extinguisher one I think got us killed. Yeah, that one did. So let's try getting her away from the orca, I think. I don't think we've made that decision yet. What? It's only a second later that I feel something strike my back. It hits so hard it's incomparable to bumping into people in town. I pitch forward and fall. No, Kya! That scream is involuntary. Little by little, the area around my neck starts to hurt and I scream once more. My breath grows light. Air's blowing out of a hole that's open in my neck. This sounds familiar. After a while, my screams will not even come out anymore. The orca's right in front of me. The 3 orca that had been with the girl and one more is right where I'd been heading. It's useless to wonder about where it came from. With the orca swimming in air, the concept of space itself has become more than ambiguous. My body's overrun with the orca's small, sharp teeth. Irk. Irk. I try to raise my voice, but realize my mouth is full of seawater. Before I figure out what's going on, I'm in the ocean again. Oh, who would have seen that one coming? The blood exiting from my body gradually flows upwards. I'm not just in the ocean, but it seems I'm in a deep part of it. As I try to fill my chest with air, water flows into my lungs from the hole in my neck. My body will likely return to the sea. As I think this, my body, which has taken on buoyancy, seems as if it belongs to someone else. Yes, you too. Before my eyes is one solitary red eyeball. Let's both curse this aquarium. Who is that? Oh, it's still something different. From somewhere up high, I'm following a pink shadow. It's moving. It's moving beneath me. Mayu, where are you? I see, she's alive. If so, then I need to bring her with me. Into this malevolent aquarium. Ha 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 ha. Evil. Yeah, that must be a new one. Although then again, I can't quite remember if we'd ever gotten that one before, so who really knows for sure? Either way, we're done with that decision area. I'm not sure if this one goes anywhere, but I do remember last time that we resolved the saver. Let's just hurry along and just be a jerk. Now, I can't worry about that right now. I avert my eyes from the girl and the orca, backing against the wall as much as possible. Against the wall, I stealthily move on, one step at a time. I'm sorry for the girl, but I have no time to waste right now. I have to help Himeno as quickly as possible. That still looks new. Trying to make no noise, I head cautiously for the exit of the passage. Ugh. And then we get bit in the neck again, I'm sure. With several meters remaining, my ears suddenly begin to ring. Huh? What? I'm spinning round and round. Immediately after, I lose the ability to stand. Baffled at the suddenness of what's happening, I collapse in the spot. No, why? Since it isn't as though anyone will answer, I struggle to pull myself up. Getting a grasp on the floor is as impossible as trying to grab a bubble. My vision is spinning, leaving me unable to grasp whether the floor is the wall or the wall is the floor. Gradually, breathing begins to feel difficult. I can't breathe. I can't get enough oxygen. Before I know it, I'm in the ocean. I struggle to right myself in this unchanging ocean with no way, no up or down. If there's no ground, it means it's impossible to do something like stand. When the orca hunt, they fire off ultrasonic waves. This causes their prey to lose the sense of equilibrium in their semicircular canals. Oh man, I'm so glad we're going to learn about this seconds from death. Long ago, I heard that somewhere. So it's already too late. I'm prey. Merely bait for a predator to feed on. Becoming their focus before I realize it, the three orca are swimming around me. Having no sense of equilibrium, there's no way I can tell which orca is to the left of me, and which is to the right. Oh boy, here comes the red ocean again. Adjacent to my spinning vision is a dark brownish red clump. The deep red liquid flowing from that clump blends with the seawater. Gah. Whether I flee or not, my fate has been decided. Within this ocean, where I cannot see the bottom, I await the same conclusion as that piece of meat. I'm assuming that's the girl. With me chosen as their next target, I will be eaten by those orca. The tips of those tapered teeth sink into my skin. Being torn apart is just as it is explained in reference books, with the orca taking my arm completely off. Ow. And a scream will come out. That's because my voice dissolves into the water. That distinct pain detaches me from reality. But I still haven't eaten ice cream with Himeno. Don't worry, you don't need arms to eat ice cream. Those words appear, vaguely out of place in my wavering consciousness. I can think of nothing but saving Himeno. So I'm sure she'll be happy. A neck smashed by teeth. Oh, what a title. It's good. Good stuff right there. That's what you get for not helping. That's what you get for being rude. Just it's like, I'm not going to help you. Not my problem. Ooh, look at that. We're getting through them. Alright, so going back, I hit this decision next. This is the decision right after we ran from, what's his name? I can't even remember his name. Hiyoshi? Something like that. After you went crazy in the staff passageway. And we came into this room and now we have the decision, do we want to go back the way we came, where the guy was, or do we want to go back using a new route? Going back using a new route takes us to the Orca room where we had all that crap happen. So, we could actually go back the way we came. I think that'll lead to a new decision. I don't know if it's like a big new decision or just another ending, but we will see. Hiyoshi-san is probably in the staff passage I came through earlier, but it shouldn't be a danger I cannot overcome. If I can run past him in one shot, surely it will all be okay. Probably. I'm sure. I open the door carefully with a soft ka-chak. It's at that moment. Yeah! Yeah! A sharp pain runs up from the base of my neck. Did he bite you in the neck? Whatever bit my neck knocks me to the ground. No, not good. Gah, gah. With each bite, the area around my neck makes a squelching sound. The cold stench of iron and the smell of blood. It's the smell of my blood and the saliva of whatever is doing this to me mixed together. Choked up by the stench, I realize that the air filling my mouth is hitting the bottom of my chin. Breath from my own mouth shouldn't reach the bottom of my chin. The inconsistency here is because that breath is being vented from an air hole that's open in my neck. My voice isn't a voice anymore. It's nothing more than the sound of air escaping as unable to offer resistance. My body is overrun by that something. Gah. Gah, gah. Huh? Oh, good, it's old Hiyoshi-san. Oh, I missed him. I haven't seen him in a while. There's no pain. All I can feel is the gradual depletion of my own flesh. That something's head bobs up for a second. It's something I know. The face of a man I know. Literally the only man in the story other than the director. Before long, everything's engulfed in silence. Surely this is my death. Being eaten by the one who saved my life, Hiyoshi-san. It's merely my tiny death and nothing more. Irrational. That was stupid. You know, just think. Maybe they're trying to say it's irrational to think that you could have run past him. Like you just barely escaped before. So it's unlikely that you would do the same a second time, maybe? I don't know. Alright, good old Hiyoshi-san. Speaking of which, here he is. So, I think what we did last time to get him away was to kick him out frantically. Let me double check that. That was it. So we kicked him in the face. Oh, I never did this decision. I doubt that's gonna make a difference, but if it does, I'll come back to it eventually. Anyway, so kicking him in the face is how we get him off. So let's try shaking off his right hand. I have to get his hand loose. As I try to loosen the hand clutching my leg, he frantically pushes me off. As if pushing against a rock, his hand remains unperturbed. No way. Even giving those words, form can't change reality. Is he gonna eat me now? No good. Yeah. As he lets out a groan, Hiyoshi-san's left hand reaches for me. His movements are slow, but his fingers are moving in my direction. Hurry! I have to hurry and get him off me! As before, Hiyoshi-san's hand won't move. It has an uncanny strength. Even trying to loosen his fingers one by one, my strength is no match for his. What should I do? Then I realize I'm concentrating too hard on my left leg. He's latched onto my right leg with that same strength. Well, now you're dead. Having grabbed onto both of my legs, I have no room to put up a fight, and am pulled closer to him. His bloodshot face appears right before my eyes. His pupils are split in opposite directions, much like a fish's eyes. Ah, he's a fish now. He's got the angry fish spirits in him. So, very well. You all will... What comes from Hiyoshi-san's mouth are not words. Without realizing it, I've stopped listening to him. Ow! He definitely is splitting apart my legs with all his strength. An intense pain shoots up through me as if my leg's being torn off at the hip. Even as I try to escape, my legs will not move at all. On account of him lifting me by my legs, my torso goes limp, as if hanging in midair. No! Hiyoshi-san! The stenches. Ruka? Miki? Either one is fine. No. My words suddenly no longer reach him. But that is for the best. I can no longer hear his words either. When I open my eyes, Hiyoshi-san is no longer there. Moreover, I no longer care about him. Losing consciousness was surely to prevent my mind from going all to pieces. Really, what a useless effort, seeing as how my body is already gone all to pieces. The tragedy of helplessness. So what, did he eat you that time, or was that like something a bit more sinister? I don't know. I mean, not that saying, you know, getting eaten isn't sinister, mind you. But I might be reading that a little differently than it actually happened. Alright, let's try calling out, because we know how well that's gonna work. Hiyoshi-san, what's wrong? Please come back. Even after what he's done to me, I still resist using violence against Hiyoshi-san. Of course, I take into account that my strength would be no match for his. More than anything, he had saved me at the jellyfish booth. The one who saved my life. The only thought is that I have to save him. Gah! Oh, gah! Kiyoshi-san, calm down. It's alright. It's alright. You all. Ouch. Ignoring my attempt to calm him, his large arm tenses, shooting out towards my leg. This is bad. At this rate... let's see. Okay, so these two are the same, but let's just call his name again. Hiyoshi-san. Even so, I want to save him. This isn't something that comes from some sense of duty or ethics. Just for myself. I want to save him. You all. After all, you won't even... As he scales my body, I somehow keep him from grabbing both my legs. Thanks to the fact that he's distracted, I'm somehow able to get through the moment without being grabbed. You won't even? Hiyoshi-san, what exactly do you... You all won't look at me. His words get caught up in my chest. You won't look at me. This thought seems to have been etched into his deranged mind. However, denial comes first in my mind before any question. That's not true. Because if I weren't looking at you, I wouldn't be thinking that I want to help you now, would I? You won't... Hiyoshi-san! Hiyoshi! I call his name. No, it isn't enough, so... Oh boy, this seems like it might actually be important. Shinji. Shinji-san. Having been called by his name, the hand reaching towards me slowly lowers. Although the hand clutching my leg does not loosen, it is correct to say that he stopped. Huh? Me, please look at me! Kya! Having suddenly broken his silence, Hiyoshi-san grabs onto my right leg with both hands. He pulls me towards himself with a strength that feels as though it could rip my leg apart, scraping the floor and coming closer to me as I resist. No, please stop! Me, I want you all. You all too! Ow, it hurts, it hurts! Grabbing tight into my buttocks, he bites at me with the same vigor he had attacked my leg. With a sensation as if I'd been pricked by a single needle, my skin bristles in sync with the flow of my blood. All four of his sharpened... what? Cuspids? I don't know that word. Like fingernails? Pierce my flesh. Or teeth, maybe, biting into me little by little. Penetrating my skin, vicious red liquid runs down along the contours of my buttocks. Once again, with this whole, butt thing, it's weird. Let me go. All the same. No, get away from me. You, too. No, no. His white teeth are dyed red with my blood. Once his cuspids are completely covered in red, a satisfied expression appears on his face, and he removes the teeth he had pierced me with. Kya. Hiyoshi-san wipes away the blood trickling down my butt with his tongue. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is just a little weird. I don't know about this. The sliding sensation creeps up my inner thigh, causing a ticklish sensation in addition to my disgust. That's it. This is good, that reaction. No, no, no! With a look of ecstasy on his face, he stares down at me. The hand clutching my leg is let go, but my whole body has gone limp. I become aware that the area around the wound is gradually going numb. It's similar to the feeling of receiving anesthesia at the hospital. Even though I want to move, even though I want to run, my body won't listen to a thing I say. This is all you're good for. Please, stop! If you won't look at me, I'll do this, even if it's bad in exchange. Stop! Yeah, I think that's a little more sinister than I initially thought it might have been. Before I realized that I've lost consciousness, whether loss of blood was the cause or my heart, there's no one around to tell me the answer. Floating in darkness I can no longer see. My eyes refuse to open. That's because this is, so to speak, the end of me. Misguided. That's what you get for trying to be nice. Or it might have been I used not the right name. Red. What's she been sat for? 75% of bad endings?